From WPTV News Channel 5, it's Slay Your Day with TA.
Good morning, everybody. It is T.A. Walker from Taste and See South Florida here at WPTV News Channel 5. It is going to be a great day. It's a little wet right now. First Alert meteorologist John Gerard says it's going to clear out. So if you want to get out the door, you need another hour or so, and then the rain should clear out. So make sure you guys say hi and where you're watching from so we can give you a shout out like Peter did. Good morning, Peter. Marcia, good morning to you. Let's turn on our shout out crawl. Hello, good morning. Everett says good morning. Usually checking in on Palm Beach. Carmen says hi. Jack says morning, dude. And Gail says good morning. Good morning to you guys. So this weekend, My Fair Lady is at the Kravis Center. It's running through tomorrow. I saw it and it was fantastic. We actually got to interview the lead who plays Miss Doolittle, and she actually is the first person of color, Shireen is, to play the role. The costumes, the set, the acting, it was just all in unison. It was so fantastic. And my suspended disbelief was so strong. I loved it. Tell me about working on the show.
Yay, I'm so glad you enjoyed it. I mean, it's a dream come true. It's such a beautiful, iconic show. And to play Eliza now, today, it's so special. And to bring theater back to audiences after 2 years without it, it's really, really special. And I feel grateful to be a part of that.
What's it like filling Audrey Hepburn's shoes?
Oh my gosh, what a loaded question. I mean, at first it was very intimidating because Audrey Hepburn is Audrey Hepburn and she's iconic and she made My Fair Lady what it is today. But I realized, I have to find my own path. And I don't say I walk in her shoes, I walk right next to her. And so we're on the same journey and she's with me on stage. But I like to say that I am fully invested in Eliza.
Back in the day, those movie sets were vast and there was many of them and they had these gorgeous painted backgrounds. And to do that in the theater is a little cattywump, it's a little complicated. So you guys have this revolving stage that sort of takes the audience through the different scenes, and cast members bring in and out light poles, and it's just really fantastic. But with all those moving parts, are you ever petrified that one misstep will cause a calamity?
Oh, yes. And you know what? It's live theater. So that's happened before. We've had things break. We've had things, revolve the wrong way. And it keeps us on our toes and it keeps us alive. And the audience loves it when that happens. So it's fun. It's always fun.
The costuming, especially when you go to watch the horse race, that's fire. That was on point. What's it like being in those kind of costumes?
It feels exactly like that. It feels like fire. They're gorgeous, gorgeous costumes. The ascot hat, especially, it's like when I come out, people gasp because it's so fun and iconic. But I don't have a favorite. I love all of them because they all mean different things to me. And they're beautiful and stunning.
Well, I knew where all my gays were because we all gasped when your gown to go see the king was revealed. Like everybody went, ooh, like it was so on point. How does it feel to be in that?
It feels like a total transformation, just like in the show when she transforms into a princess in that moment and everything, her hard work has all come to fruition for her. It feels like that too, because as an actor, I'm going through the motions of Eliza as well. With all the quick changes and the running up and down the stairs, and finally a sense of calm and peace in that moment. It feels really great.
We really appreciate you taking the time to let us talk to you.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
She was so nice. I really enjoyed talking to her. Let's get some shout outs. It's My Fair Lady running at the Kravis Center through tomorrow. Andy says there's no rain in Lake Worth Beach. Jack is checking in from Fort Pierce. Mark says, hello, good morning. Lisa says, hey, TA from Port St. Lucie. Joanne's checking in from New York. Grant says, good morning. Asabara says, good morning. Deborah says, hello from West Palm Beach. Mark says, hi from Lake Park. Corey, hi, dude, West Palm Beach. Deborah says, thank you for the information. You're welcome. Thank you for checking in like that. She's watching from Texas. Excellent. That's my home state, so hook 'em horns. Bob from Sebastian checking in. Peter says, good morning. Grant says, Royal Palm Beach, Publix last day. Oh, that's the Publix I go to. And it's interesting that you mention Publix. It's the one there on Royal Palm Beach and Okeechobee Boulevard. That's the one where the shooting was about almost a year ago, where the grandpa and the kid and the guy killed himself. They're actually demolishing the building and expanding it and making it bigger. So it's interesting that you bring up grocery prices, because we kind of looked up 7 grocery stores and compared prices among just 6 basic household items this week. And this isn't necessarily a fun thing to do. It's just I was noticing when I was going to the supermarket that things seemed to be more expensive than I remembered them being. So I went and shopped for milk, and out of the 7 stores, Publix had the highest price on milk, and Aldi's had the lowest price. And then we went and shopped for eggs, and Publix and Whole Foods had the highest price for a dozen eggs, and Trader Joe's actually had the lower price. And then just basic white bread. 1 loaf of bread at Winn-Dixie was $2.29, and at Aldi's it was 83 cents. The average was $1.54. And then Red Delicious apples, we went to 5 stores. The average price was $1.85. Publix had the highest price. Aldi had the lowest price. And bacon, the average was $6.63, which is actually down because it was in the $8 range for a while there. Winn-Dixie, using their coupon or their rewards program, was $6.99. Aldi had the lowest price at $6.45. And then we did orange juice, mainstay here in Florida. The average for a 52 ounce container of orange juice was $3.39. The lowest price was at Trader Joe's. And then the last thing we shopped for was, that was the last thing we shopped for. And this graphic I need to update with this one right here. So when we went to the 5 main stores, I had all those things that we talked about there. Aldi checked in with the lowest price. Target and Walmart and Winn-Dixie kind of were in the same little range. Walmart obviously being a little cheaper, more near all these prices, and then Publix had the highest price. So just, you brought up Royal Palm Beach, so I went there with that information because I had it. Mark says, if you Google West Palm Beach events, a lot pops up for this weekend. You're not wrong. We'll get there. I'm not going to put up comments that aren't on topic. This is good. Mark, today's the last day at the Palm Beach International Racetrack, final lap prior to the shutdown. That is happening. A long generational institution here in the Palm Beaches. Laura says, good morning from South Carolina. Everett says, amazing. Laura says, happy Saturday from Lake Worth. Donna says, good morning from Wellington. Love the updates. Oh, thanks, Donna. Appreciate you. Just trying to find some comments that I can put up. Krista says, good morning from Wellington. Sabrina says, good morning. The beautiful weather is great in Boynton Beach. Everett says, birthday shout out to his son-in-law. There we go. And then Donna's checking in from Jupiter. So we're caught up with all of our people. Let's talk about the crawfish, Cajun Crawfish and Music Festival happening again. Today's day 2 in Abacoa Town Center. It is emceed and is the brainchild of Virginia Sinicki from the KVJ show on 97.9 WRMF.
Such a fun weekend of music and food and dancing and culture and cocktails. Like, it's all my favorite things in one weekend.
She is just beside herself. Her family actually has their own vendor tent, cooking up their own food. Believe it's gumbo that they're in jambalaya that they're going to cook. I might have that a little wrong, but they were setting up yesterday, and I just got to tell you, the flavors and the smells that are going to be there today are going to be fantastic. They actually have cooking demonstrations. This is over our friends over at Voodoo Bayo. We stopped there this week to meet Virginia, actually, and they were showing us how they cook barbecue shrimp. There's no barbecue in it, but look at that sizzle. And they're going to do a cooking demonstration today at the Crawfish Festival there in Abacoa. To get into the whole festival, $5. But something they're doing today that they haven't done before is a crawfish eating contest. Now, you know how Jay Cashmere, our anchor, is. He's always buttoned up and looks dressed to the nines, always looks so good. He's actually participating, and Virginia articulated what's on all of our minds.
Jay is from New Orleans, just like I am. And he said he would be game to get into the crawfish eating contest. This is going to be hardcore, and I know he dresses to impress. I don't want him to get crawfish juice on his pretty outfit.
I can't wait to see that. I want to see how he does. He says, you know, he grew up in New Orleans. Like, they teach you about football and about, you know, all the things that you need to, the stereotypical things, and how to eat crawfish. So he's excited about the festival as well. I know him and his family are going to be out there. Let's say hi to some folks. Grant says Crawfish Festival with KVJ. Hopefully it stays beautiful. John Gerard, our first alert meteorologist, says it will. Mario says good morning. James says good morning from Vero Beach. Oh, Mark has something. Jupiter Police doing an autism event off A1A today around like 10 o'clock. Well, thank you for that. If you can post a link, that's awesome. Anthony says good morning, TA. Good morning to you. Mandy says, as soon as I say no rain on Lake Worth Beach, laugh out loud. I guess there's rain there now when he said there wasn't. Jepper says, visit Wellington's nonprofit Bricks Busting Boredom at the Village of Wellington Earth Day celebration from 11 to 1. We will be collecting Lego and have 2 tables full of Legos to play with. Oh, I wish my Legos were here. They're still at my mom's house in Texas. I would bring them over to you because I haven't touched them in years. I love Legos, though. It's like the best thing, right? Let's move on to comedian Josh Blue. He's at the Palm Beach Improv this weekend. He has 5 shows. Tickets start $25 plus tax fee and a 2-drink minimum. He's really funny. You might remember him from America's Got Talent. He was a finalist. And then Last Comic Standing, I think in 2006, he actually won. He has cerebral palsy and has a really self-deprecating presentation in his act. Take a look. It's Kaiju on those shelves.
We got some skulls. These are people that didn't laugh at my show, and so just a warning: you should come, but be ready to laugh. You know.
You know, I was born in Boulder, Colorado, and I saw that you live in Colorado, and I went back there to visit for the first time in, like, I don't know.
Sometimes you gotta come to Florida.
Well, every weird story starts here, right?
Oh yeah, I just go there for the material.
What kind of material have you collected here?
Well, let's just say, looking like I look, I fit right in Florida.
You look great, man.
Just another wobbly guy on the side of the road.
You look like my neighbors. That's perfect.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
What can people expect when they come to your show if they haven't caught you before?
My show is very off the cuff. I play a lot with the crowd. I have tons of new material that I've been working on, but I definitely just am in the moment. For example, are you camping right now? What are you doing, man? You look like
well, I'm actually out at the pool because I finished work. And I thought, beautiful. Well, you know, I thought I'd throw on a shirt like I was working, even though I'm not. It's a new Tito's shirt that says peace, love, and Tito's is really what's going on here.
Perfect. That's great. And here, all I got is skulls. You got a pool
and Tito's. So there you go.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you. I'm coming over when I get there. So.
Please do. Tell Renee. Hey, is there anything you want to add that I haven't asked you?
No, I mean, I'm just excited to come back, and people know me from AGT and Last Comic Standing, and all that stuff on TV doesn't compare to the live show. So come see me. I have no idea. I don't know. It's just something about being in a room when the energy, it's just the energy. You just feel it and you feel like you're part of it. So yeah, it's my favorite.
Last question. Do you have any weird stories that have happened to you when you've been here in Florida?
Oh, where do I begin? I mean, I actually a guy gave me $1 one time, just walking down the street. Like he was clearly homeless himself. He just was like, "Hey man, you clearly need this more than I do."
Josh Blue at the Palm Beach Improv this weekend. Tickets $25, like I said. Let's go on to Donna says Voodoo Bayou is a great restaurant. Heidi says good morning from Loxahatchee. Let's see. Mark has the link for the Jupiter Police Family Autism Day. Thank you for providing that, Mark. That helps. Guy says more fake news from WPTV. Well, no. My Fair Lady is running. The Crawfish Festival is happening. Josh Blue is at the Improv. I don't know what you're talking about. Annie says, I can never figure out where to park at big events in Abacoa. Yes, I do have suggestions. Okay. So, Annie, when you go through northbound on Central at the first roundabout, turn into Abacoa Town Center on Main Street. When you get to the stop sign by the putt-putt, take a right and just park there. Nobody ever parks there. And that's a great place to park because it's always open. And there's that where the putt-putt course is, that was supposed to be a restaurant built on that pad, and they didn't build it. So there's plenty of parking for the restaurant and the putt-putt course. So there you go. Deborah said, we'll happily take your Legos. Well, when I get them here, I will give them to you. Heidi, there's a Florida Outdoor Expo this weekend at the fairgrounds. Thank you for that. Grant says he looks local, and Josh, he's a trip. Mark says, I can't find the Crawfish Fest info. Go to WPTV.com/taste and click on the Your Weekend article, and I have it all laid out there for you. Willie says, good morning, and have a great day to everybody. Mark is saying that the Mets are playing the Hammerheads today. I'm assuming at Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium. Roberto says, good morning. Mark says the parking garage, that's free. I don't like those parking garages there in Abacoa. I don't know what it is. Like the bigger one is always flooded. So I always feel like I get my feet wet. And then the other little one, I always actually park in. I do like that one. I lied. So there you go. Okay. And then the last thing I want to talk about is tomorrow is the Sweet Corn Fiesta. That is happening at the South Florida Fairgrounds as well. And every year they have a corn eating contest. And when we used to have, before the pandemic, guests in the studio all the time, we did a corn eating contest with Holly Davis, our anchor, and former WPTV News Channel 5 anchor, John Favoli. And here's what happened. And just watch the contestant's face until the end. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh, John, you are really going up. Well, he's just beating all of you, by the way. John, you're not supposed to take a break. You're supposed to keep going.
Eat and chew and eat.
Holly, I expected more from you. You said, oh, there it is.
Whoa, with a mouth that big, you think?
Dude, you guys are getting cremated.
Oh my goodness.
When do we know how long we're going for?
Oh, we're done.
And we're done?
We're done.
Holly's like, there's no more gracefulness here.
I thought I was doing so good.
Wait a second. Did you clean the whole thing?
One little piece.
TA, I got more than John. Come on.
As far as the anchors go, Holly won, but you have corn on your nose, so you win overall.
John, good luck.
Watch your
Thank you
space.
so much for settling this debate once for all. We want to make sure we get the details to our viewers. If we'd scroll up in the prompter
Yeah.
real quickly. Here we go. Uh-oh, Sean. The EMT, we might need to call him over.
Sean's got issues.
If you're interested, check this out in person, the National Sweet Corn Eating Championship this Sunday, 3 p.m.
Go ahead and step out.
At the Fairgrounds, Yesteryear Village. Sean, you are the man.
You are.
Oh my gosh, how did you do that?
And this is why I will not go to any eating contest, because I felt right there with Sean. I really, really did. But the competitive eaters really have a hard time with that. Grant says, yep, that's what we were just talking about. Sweet Corn Fiesta tomorrow at Yesteryear Village at the South Florida Fairgrounds. Corey says, I have cerebral palsy too. He's my hero. Talk about Josh Blue, comedian at the Palm Beach Improv this weekend. Mark says to park at we're still talking about parking in Abacoa. Yes, that the hotel parking garage is there, but I don't know. I still like my little secret lot. Annie says, I'm a parking snob due to my new car and the parking garage is there. The spaces are super close together. I'll try the restaurant idea. See, okay. Annie and I get you. I see you, Annie. All right, guys, have a great weekend. Be nice to everyone and yourself.
Slay Your Day can be found in the WPTV app on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, or Android TV. Plus on the Taste and See South Florida Facebook page and the WPTV free mobile app. Okay.